Hi, my name is Evan Ruggiero and I work for Ciocca Subaru of Flemington, and today I'm going to give you a real-world review of the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness Edition. Now, this review is not going to be your typical, hey, let's touch every single button and see what the function does. Not happening here. What this is going to be is how well this vehicle performs in a real-life situation on and off-road. Specifically, off-road. That's the key word here, all right? This is the Wilderness Edition. This isn't no slouch, all right? We're gonna take this off-road and we're gonna push it to its limits and we're gonna see how it does today. Now, in the regular Crosstrek, you're gonna be getting 8.7 inches of ground clearance, but in the Wilderness, you're gonna get a whole 9.3 inches of ground clearance. You're also going to get Yokohama Geolandar all-terrain tires for added grip, and an aluminum skid plate to protect the oil pan. On the interior of the car, you are going to have Subaru's waterproof StarTech seating, and that is going to be perfect for us today, all right? We're going to be getting this thing dirty. We're going to be off-roading it. We're going to get some mud in there. We may get some water in there. At the end of the day, it's going to be a breeze to clean it. All we're going to do, we're going to pour some water on it, wipe it all away, and we're good as new. Another thing that you want to bring with you when you're hitting a trail, recovery gear. All right, whatever that may be, tow straps, a winch, a come along, really important. Bring a friend, all right? Don't go off-roading alone, okay? Always have somebody else. I'm here with my buddy JP today, and JP is gonna be in his Toyota Tacoma TRD 4x4. Now, this is what I'm really interested in. How is this Crosstrek Wilderness gonna stack up against a real kind of off-roader, right? A Tacoma TRD 4x4, all right? Those two cars would never, ever, all right, be in the market together, all right? Consumers are not looking at Crosstreks and Tacomas together, all right? You may be looking at Tacomas and Ford F-150s or Ford Mavericks or Chevy Silverados together, right? And for the Crosstrek, right, our main competitor, all right, that may be like the Hyundai Kona, the Toyota CHR, maybe the RAV4, that kind of, gets in there with the Forester sometimes. Maybe like the Mazda CX-50, something like that, but not a Tacoma. All right, so I'm really interested in seeing how this little bad boy holds up against that big one. I want to give a special shout out to Ciocca Subaru of Flemington for making this real world review happening. Thank you so much for allowing me to take this car for 24 hours and get it off into the wild to really show you what it's like to off-road a Crosstrek Wilderness. So here's the thing. This is a Subaru, right? So Subarus come with the most safety features standard of any manufacturer. All right, so this car has Subaru EyeSight right up here. There's cameras up here, okay? That's gonna give you pre-collision braking. If a car stops short in front of you and you can't get your foot on the brake fast enough, this car is gonna stop so that you don't get into an accident. It has forward collision warning. It has blind spot detectors. It has rear cross traffic alert. It has lane departure warning, adaptive cruise control. It has rear automatic braking. It has parking sensors. And today, we're using none of that. So when we do this, we want to turn off all the safety features. We may keep one or two on. Now that I think about it, we're definitely going to keep on the parking sensors, which is going to be great because, if we're kind of going back and forth when we're getting close to a tree or a rock, we definitely want to know that it's there. But we're definitely going to turn off the forward collision warning and the pre-collision braking. We don't want that acting up. We're going to turn off the rear automatic braking. We definitely don't want that acting up as well while we're trying to back up into something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to get into the vehicle settings right over here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn off first I'm going to actually turn off my vehicle dynamics control. That's going to be my traction control. I'm going to shut that off. All right, that's going to be off. X mode, I'm not going to mess around with it too much just yet. Auto start stop, definitely going to shut that one off. All right. Driving assistance, pre-collision braking, that's going to be turned off. All right, perfect. Lane departure, that's off. Rear vehicle detection, I'm going to keep the blind spot detectors and the rear cross traffic alert on. That's not going to do anything really while we're out on the trail, so it's okay to stay on. And then I'm going to make sure that my rear automatic braking is turned off, which it is, but my parking sensors are turned on. So I'm gonna keep that. And now I'm set to go. Here we go. We are making our way on this trail, and so far, this Crosstrek is doing an awesome job. Now, we're not getting anything too crazy just yet. And I did air down my tires. All right, so I am running around, yep, there it is, around 29, 30 PSI, which is gonna be good. It's gonna make this drive a little bit smoother, which I like. But the one thing that I'm really noticing is the ground clearance. All right, the ground clearance going over some of these bumps is really shining through right now. I'm not bottoming out, which is great. And the approach angle is solid. So I'm not hitting anything as I go up. So I do like that. All right, and you know what? It's a fairly comfortable ride going over some of these bumps here. I gotta say, so far, I'm impressed. I am. All right, we're gonna come to a little hill here. Nothing crazy, but let's just kind of see how it goes. And all right. That was easy. So I'm coming up to, I guess, my first obstacle here. And it looks like it's just like a mud pit of some sort. It's kind of wet, but kind of dry, but people have definitely gone through it. And so there is the potential that I'm gonna get stuck in this. And what I wanna do is I wanna get into X mode, and I want to get into deep mud and snow. What that's gonna do is it's gonna turn off the traction control. It's gonna keep my wheels spinning. And hopefully what happens is I get a little bit stuck. I kind of want to get a little bit stuck just so that we can see how this Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive system sorts itself out and gets me through. However, there is the possibility that I champ it and I just go straight through. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's give it a go. Well, that was pretty easy, so why don't we give it a go on this next one up here and see how I do. And I think I'm gonna try and like seat myself in it a little bit lower and not try and muscle through it to see if I could actually get stuck. And then, you know, hopefully we'll see one wheel spinning and then the other one just kind of notching itself through. All right, let's try that for this next one. All right, we're gonna try one that may be a little bit deeper. Now, I don't want to high center myself, but here we go. Oh, that's, yeah. Oh, yeah. So the thing that I think that was really cool about that obstacle, all right, that second mud pit, is could you see how the X mode was working, right? That Subaru all-wheel drive system, symmetrical all-wheel drive, right? One of my tires kept spinning and then the other was just notching, right? I backed up, I got through it, all right? I high centered myself on it, and so I did have to kind of turn a little bit more to the left to get out, and then I got myself over, like, out of that rut, and then boom, I was through it. So the one thing that I'm really loving about this car too is how small it is. It's just so nimble and it handles so well. It's a light vehicle. It's got a 2.5 liter engine. It's, you know, it makes around 180 horsepower, which is great for this. It just handles really well. And in some of these tight corners coming around, it's great at maneuvering. So, we have definitely learned some of the Crosstrek's weaknesses. Now, I did not come into this thinking that this car was going to be a rock crawler. I did not. So we did test out a couple of rocks, you know, and going uphill and downhill. And, you know, I was talking about how awesome the ground clearance was before. For light trail riding, excellent. Once you start to get into that rock crawling, you definitely want a little bit more height there. All right, maybe like an extra inch or two wouldn't hurt. Maybe some, you know, taller tires, like, you know, with a taller sidewall. Maybe that would help as well. Just to give some extra traction if you want to air down even more. Whew. Still comfortable, even going over this. But I knew it, you know, that it wasn't going to be a rock crawler, and that's totally fine. You know, that's not what this car is about. This car is supposed to be a wonderful daily driver that has a plethora of safety features that'll get you from point A to point B, but you still want to have a lot of fun, right? You still want to have a lot of fun in a car. You want to be comfortable. You want to take it out on the trails. You know, you want to do some fun things. Yeah, you can totally keep up with the Jeeps, you know, here and there on the mile trails and the Toyota Tacomas like JP.
Be good now. You just got to watch out for that right there. Yep. Yeah. Watch. Back up. I want you to see what's there. Hold on, son. Stop.
Are you okay?
You're good. Go ahead.
Hell yeah. I am thoroughly impressed with this Crosstrek and getting up this hill over here. That was pretty tough. Yeah, but it can do it. It can definitely hang. It can hang with the Toyota Tacoma TRD 4x4. Here's JP coming around. Look at that monster. Woo! How you doing, JP?
Rusty, but all good.
You having fun? Yeah?
Absolutely.
All right, good. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
So, the little Crosstrek. What do you think? Can it hang?
Depending on the pitch of the hill.
Exactly. Depending on the pitch of the hill. Now, what I want to do is I want to talk about an awesome feature. And that is called hill descent control. If you're in normal X mode, just snow and dirt, or if you're in deep snow and mud, you will have access to hill descent control. And what it's going to do is it's going to allow you to descend a hill, right, at the approach speed that you come in at, and you don't even have to put your foot on the brake to slow down. The car is going to do it for you. So, foot's off the brake. My hill descent control light is blinking right now, and I'm not doing anything, all right? Foot is off the brake, and I'm just letting the car engine brake itself. What it's also doing is it's allowing me not to get brake fade, all right? By pressing on my brake pedal, right, and using up those brake pads. Now, we got like a sand pit coming up over here, and I'm really excited to see how this handles in it. So usually in my Jeep, I would just kind of take it easy. I mean, that was a pretty big vehicle. It was kind of like a brick, very much not aerodynamic. We're in a smaller, lighter, more nimble, lower to the ground vehicle. So let's see how this handles. I'm just gonna give it a go and see. Oh yeah. Oh man. Oh, already this is so much better. Woo! Yeah. Come on. That all-wheel drive system, baby! Woo! This thing moves. That's how you do it. Yeah. Come on. Oh. All right, this is already more fun than I've had in my Jeep, just in this sand pit. You just can't beat this. Here we go. And it just plants. It's so predictable. So predictable. There we go. Nice. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Yes. And you just know exactly how to counter steer this so that you could slide through every corner precisely. Excellent. Woo! Yeah. Awesome. So much fun.
So, what's the verdict? Can the Crosstrek Wilderness hang or not? It can totally hang. All right, we had so much fun today out on the trails. This thing was a boss. It totally kept up with the Tacoma. It blew my mind. All right, I was shocked by what it was able to do. Now, it is not a true off-roader, okay? We get that. It's not gonna be a rock crawler or anything like that. All right, I'd probably give it like an off-road score of an 8 out of 10. Maybe it could use a little bit more ground clearance, right? Maybe you put like an extra, 1-inch lift kit on it. Maybe you put, some beefier all-terrain tires on it, and then you can really start taking on some rocks. But if you want an awesome daily driver, all right, that's great on gas, and then you want to have fun and you want to get out on the trails maybe once a month, maybe 2 times a week, I don't know, that may be you. Well, then this is the car for you. 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness. Again, I want to give a huge thanks to Ciocca Subaru of Flemington for making this happen. Find me on Instagram at Lord_Pegleg, or you can see me at Ciocca Subaru of Flemington in the showroom, 9 to 7. I'm there all the time. Feel free to hit me up, 908-782-2025. Again, my name is Evan, and I hope you have a great day.